got a name for my new house. Theatre of Creams.
Oh, gosh.
And we're live.
You are now listening to Radio Rufus.
Yes, yes, yes. You amazing athletes. Welcome back to another adjective-laden episode of Radio Rufus. That's right. We're back in the Stadium of White. In the in the theatre of mayonnaise that is the Radio Rufus set. Every week we showdown, hoedown. We have a kick around in the theatre of chat. And the man who is always there, watching from the sidelines, rushing onto the pitch and giving me a studs up stinger to the shin every time he feels like it, is the big, bad brick shithouse number 9 forward, Aidan Rafferty. Say hello to the people, Aidan.
Hello.
Every week, we occupy this space, giving you the best from around the world. News, sports, games. It's your traditional radio show with a modern twist. And that twist this week, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the man who started it all, the sports executive, the front room administrator, the behind the scenes business shadow person, head of the syndicate. It is Spencer Hearn. Spencer FC, welcome to the show.
Gentlemen, pleasure to be here.
Yeah, great to have you.
Claps all round. First time that all three of us are clap. You clap yourself in.
You should really do
Yeah, you should do that. Do you do that in your board meetings?
Always in my one-man board meetings. shadow person, whatever. I like that. Shadow cabinet.
Yeah.
I always clap myself, mate. Someone's got to.
Yeah. Do you not, one man board, do you not have a board?
We do actually have a board. No, we do
have
have a board. I just meet with myself on a regular basis. We have a board, actually.
I do that.
I'll give you a bit of hot gossip if you want some. You like hot gossip on this show?
Sure we do.
I like my gossip cold.
Oh, I haven't got any of that.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Well, warm-wise, I've
Yeah.
got a member of our board has just been appointed I don't know how footballer you want to go here, but it's just been appointed the CEO of West Ham.
It's pretty good for West Ham.
I'm
Pretty
pretty
shit
sure.
for you.
I'll be honest, Spencer. Don't want to be rude. That is a massive upgrade.
I mean, I'm a West Ham fan, so I'm not going to complain. But
That's an insane career move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To be fair, he had a pretty decent career before he came on our board. I just poached him.
So he took it.
It's not like he was my mate.
Right,
He's not Man's dog, and he's just jumped his way on the board, and now he's on West Ham. No, he's a proper man.
Has Man's dog replaced him?
No, I wish I could. Do you know who Man's dog is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
good.
sure we do.
We'll get on to
Okay,
Man's
fine.
dog. Don't worry about that.
Good.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, there's your gossip for you. Take it or leave it. Really.
I mean, it's a pretty good career move. I'm assuming you might be getting a few more quid for that one.
Well, yeah, he got no quid for our one, so it's not hard. It wasn't a full time.
Yeah, he'd be making more if he was a bin man. Yeah.
I mean, he has a very, I don't want to bug him off here. He has a very good career in football, and he's been like head of like commercial for like Rangers and stuff like that. So he's a proper football person. I actually, if anything, convinced him to be on our board. That was the coup. West Ham, it just makes sense.
Yeah. And is he sort of brought in at the minute for any particular reason?
At West Ham, there's all kinds of stuff going on at West Ham at the moment.
Is there crises? I'm not really abreast.
Well, they're
of
fighting relegation.
I feel like they're always doing that.
Yeah, to be fair.
But it's a bit harsh to pin it on him at this stage.
Hopefully that's
I'm
not
not
what they're
trying to blame him.
No, Karen, you know who Karen Brady is? So she's been the CEO for like a long time,
Yeah.
15 odd years. She just stepped down, so there was an opening. But he used to be at West Ham. So it's not that bigger. He was the head of marketing or whatever at West Ham. So it's not that bigger.
And they missed
move.
him. They saw all the success that he brought to hashtag, and they were like, we need this guy back in the organisation.
Exactly. Essentially, this is a man on his own, very justified career path that I am now trying to make all about me and my club.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Can I do
Yeah.
that?
I respect that.
Good.
As a West Ham fan, because you're sort of in a very similar position to Spurs at the minute, how badly do you as a fan regret leaving Upton Park, if at all?
Yeah, it's a big one, isn't it? Because we were sold a dream.
Yeah.
And to be fair, we have won a European trophy since going to
That is a
London
great point,
Stadium.
yeah.
So some of that dream was delivered, but it's
In
not
terms of
the same.
atmosphere,
I mean, they had to invent a new trophy out of thin air.
Yeah.
For you to
I'm not
win.
even sure the Conference League was around when we left that.
No, it
stadium,
wasn't.
to be fair.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's a good place to go if you're winning, like most grounds. But when you're
Yeah.
not winning, it becomes quite toxic quite quickly. And I think that's probably one of the reasons that Karen's had to move on, among other things, is that they've not really delivered on what they said. But
I've been a couple of times, and it's probably a common complaint, but it just feels so far away from the actual pitch.
But what a deal though! The deal is a joke. Like we're paying £2 million a year rent. Like if we went down to the Championship, whilst it would be embarrassing financially, it's not a big deal. Spurs have spent
They're
how many
fucked, aren't they?
billions on their ground.
But then again, like they might be playing Watford on Tuesday, but then Beyonce will be doing 6 nights.
Exactly. As long
So
as you've got
that'll probably
Beyonce
save
in,
them.
mate, that's all that matters. And actually,
Yeah.
good left back as well.
I'd much rather watch Imagine Dragons than Spurs. I really would.
As would I.
same,
Yeah.
same.
I feel like, you know how you feel about the West Ham team? I feel that about my house sometimes. Really nice place to be when you're winning. You know what I mean? You know when you come home after a huge win.
Yeah. Pretty hostile if it's opposite.
Oh, hostile. The walls start speaking to you. It feels, your house feels smaller when you're not winning.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
worst thing about that sort of analogy is that you live by yourself.
What's bad about, yeah.
Well, I don't know how the atmosphere and the reception's awful if it's just you.
Do you think I'm suffering from
I think you
paranoid
might have schizophrenia.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, definitely the walls of my house speak to me a bit. Usually
That's
when
normal. That's normal.
Usually when I haven't had sex for over 3 weeks.
Okay, I can't relate.
Really?
which
As a
part?
father of two,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm still in the game. I'm happy to stay on
There's
period.
plenty of other months that aren't accounted for there.
I might be a father of two. I'm not.
That you know of, yeah,
I'm not
exactly.
sure. You know.
So the voices speak to you as well at times.
What do the voices say, Spencer?
They say, I genuinely do hear voices all the time, actually.
Is it
Yeah.
like a green goblin mask just staring at you, waiting for you to put it on? Or?
It's usually just my own voice in my own head thinking about #United, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. That is how my brain works.
I mean, it's worked pretty well so far, so it seems.
Yeah, it's good when it works. When it doesn't work, it's a bit like your house analogy.
yeah.
No one likes to lose.
The walls close in on you.
Exactly.
Yeah, those board meetings become a bit claustrophobic.
Do you want me to quote you something I used to call power poem from my early YouTube days? Right? A lot of people don't know this.
Say it again,
I'm
power
loving
what?
it.
Power poem, right?
Right.
If you know, you know. But pre-football, I used to do like actually used to want to be a radio DJ. So it's full circle for me to be on Radio Rufus right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Or I grew up wanting to be on Radio Rufus, so I'm very happy to be here.
I'm very glad you used a phrase like power poem.
Yeah.
That-
That's what they were called.
Just that is
Oh,
hilarious.
Poems. I did before I even did football poems. I did some
Sorry,
other poems.
You did football poems.
Oh mate, you don't know about the Premier League poems 2011, 2012. YouTube it.
I missed
Google
that
it.
year.
Great year.
I was literally 9 though.
Great age. No. Great age for poems.
Great age for poems. Yeah,
To learn
yeah,
about
yeah.
poems. But if I remember it correctly, it was something along the lines of this. Hang on, let me get in the mode for a second.
Yeah.
Hang
Come on,
on.
Shakespeare.
It's about walls. So it's something along the lines of, I feel trapped. It's these walls. Are they getting smaller? Perhaps it's me. Maybe I'm getting smaller. No, I can't be. It must be the walls. Now, if you
Is
actually,
that
that's
power
it.
poem?
That is it. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But if you actually analyse it, it doesn't make any physical sense because
No.
I'm saying I feel smaller, or is it the walls, are they getting smaller?
Yeah.
The walls should be getting bigger for me to feel smaller.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
See, I was confused because
What?
I thought you said wolves.
wolves, it
About
could
the
have been about
football
wolves. If that's what you're into, we can change it up. It's not too late.
And is that a power poem or just a regular poem?
No, that obviously that's power.
Is it? Okay.
yeah.
Where
I
does the
just-
power come in?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's powerful. You know, it makes you think about.
Is that like your
Wolves.
daily affirmations, sort of?
Listen, that was one of the good ones. Okay? there was some others.
And was this a serious venture or a comedic
No,
one?
it was supposed to be taking the piss out of poets who think they're deep. And
Yeah,
they weren't
yeah.
deep. That
Like
was
those
the idea.
slam
I mean, you
poetry.
can take the piss out of it at the time, but I bet when some of your players are, standing over a dead ball, you might be running some of these through your head.
Can do.
Yeah,
can do.
yeah.
I mean, the actual video, which I don't think, along with many of my early videos, is currently public for consumption, was filmed very close to here, actually. I don't know if you want to say where you are in the world right now, but I used to live very close to here. And it was
Yeah.
filmed on the side of a canal very close to here.
Yeah.
And I delivered what some would say was, I wouldn't say Shakespeare-esque, but maybe I don't know, Byron.
Yeah, or like one of Churchill's speeches, maybe
Yeah.
rousing.
Trying to separate myself from the Churchill allegations, you know.
Oh, did you have those? I get them all the time.
I bet you do.
It's just.
So that's-
I'm interested. I didn't realise you were a literary master.
No, English literature degree, mate.
And I want to
worry
ask you
about
about this. So there's poems.
Yeah.
There's power poems. Of
course.
And there's you said football poems.
Yeah.
As well. Are there in
Raps.
the Venn
Raps, don't forget
and
the
there's
raps.
there's raps.
Yeah, there's
okay,
all
yeah,
sorts,
yeah.
mate.
The
All
menu is expanding as we speak. Mm-hmm. Is there a crossover in the Venn diagram? Like, is there a football poem that's also a power poem? Power football poem, maybe. Power league.
Listen, not for me to say. That's one for the critics, I think.
Okay,
But,
right. We'll have to ask the critics.
Yeah, which there was many, not constructive. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, it was legitimately. The poems were a joke, obviously, but then I started doing football poems that were humorous, but like summing up the season. And that's actually where my first proper YouTube views ever came from. Premier League poem, I think 11, 12.
Yeah.
Like 20k views or something. But like back then, we're talking like
this podcast gets about 20k views.
There you go.
So there we go.
People are recycling that on TikTok to this day.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, actually. I should repurpose it all for short form.
Can you just give us one of the hits?
I literally can't remember any of them.
Okay.
I know there was a good line about David Silva actually being made of gold. I remember that because he'd just done something for Man City, David Silva. And
it's pretty tough.
Very clever.
You think about it.
Poetic.
It was pretty.
Lovely
Something
stuff.
that I don't think you were aware of, but that I remember hearing about back in the day, but then I read it again recently, was that you used to do stand-up comedy.
Oh, can't you tell?
Yeah.
It's pretty
Big time.
pretty clear now that you're sat in the chair. But
No, I did. So,
I mean, what you've given us so far sounds a lot like a GCSE drama play. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
I didn't say it was good stand-up comedy.
Yeah, right, okay.
When I was at uni, even before that actually, when I was at school, we had this very rare, technically it was a debate society, but it was a stand-up club. We'd get up and we'd all roast each other and it would be...
Just like roast battles.
It was quite full on, like, and we had to get elected onto it. We had to do a speech to get elected, and we did all the school assemblies every Friday, and then we had these private sixth form like roast battles, basically.
I know professional comedians doing less work than that. That's insane.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Most of them probably are.
Yeah.
That set me up for then doing stand up all through university because I wanted to be a DJ. So I'd seen like so they used to have this thing called the Chortle. I still have it. I think Chortle stand up of the year. So I did that. And who was it? Is it Tom Deacon? Tom Deacon won that and then got a job on Radio 1 off the back of it. So I was like, oh, that's a good route. So I went on to radio. So I went and I was doing uni radio and all that stuff. But I was only doing stand up to try and get a radio gig.
Yeah.
And I just kept doing it for ages, really. And I did it from about 18 till about 22.
Fuck, that's a good while to be doing it.
Yeah,
and did you enjoy any of it, or was it mainly just for that goal?
I'm on tour this summer with my debut show, Rice Age, and tickets are absolutely flying. We've already sold out 3 dates, added 4 new shows, and upgraded 2 venues. So make sure you get your tickets while they're available. If you like songs about Bonnie Blue, stories about Big John, and are up for a night of raucous banter, this might just be the show for you. See you there. If you're enjoying Radio Rufus and you'd like to have double the weekly content, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon right now. For just £3 a month, you can get a bonus episode every week and 48 hours early access to our regular episodes.
There's over 20 pieces of content on the back catalogue already. That includes bonus podcasts, Q&As, vlogs, and our brand new Shagging Uncle series. All that for less than the cost of a malnourished snow leopard a month.
And I can tell you right now, our podcast is way better than a malnourished snow leopard. Make sure you sign up on the Patreon website directly because Apple charges you 30% if you sign up through the app. Now, back to the episode.
No, I enjoyed loads of it. I loved it, actually. But I didn't enjoy, obviously, when it went badly, which is the like guarantee you do have at the start. You have to go through that. And also, when I started to get a little bit paid for it and going around and like driving to like Lincoln on a Friday night to do, 20 minutes for 150 students, get paid 100 quid, and after petrol I made like £40.
Yeah.
You're like, and I have not seen.
And you had to go to Lincoln.
Yeah, yeah.
I did a gig on Sunday in a bus station.
Did you?
25 quid, and the bus to get there cost 18. 27 quid net profit.
But at least it was at the station though, so the bus, so you could get straight back out there.
Yeah,
after.
it was
quite
handy.
good. Yeah.
But like people were just walking through with their shopping. Some child cycled through and literally did a drive-by past the stage, ringing the bell of the bike.
Yeah,
I was like,
tough.
what the fuck are we meant to do here? There was an arcade that had one of those air hockey tables that every like 30 seconds would just play this jingle in the middle of your set.
You've got to try and work with that environment. You
Yeah,
can't
I was
work
just like,
against it.
But funny enough, it was the least nervous I ever felt for a gig
Yeah.
because I was like, this is completely shit.
Well,
I can't really do any wrong.
If you really bomb, you can just run straight,
Jump
on the bus.
Number 29, get on
Get
there.
a couple stops down the road.
Have your oyster
some
already.
Yeah.
some crackhead came in and started rowing with someone in the back row, but Jesus, I have no idea why.
that's
It was a rough one. Like,
My first, literally my first ever gig, right, was, you'll know this, like, so when you got to fake it till you make it, right? So sometimes to get gigs, if it wasn't like open mic stuff, you'd have to just lie about how good you were, how experienced you were, which I did. So like, my first gig was basically I think sometimes a strip club. It was above a club, and a lot of them weren't there for comedy, and it was like a 20-minute set. I'd never done a gig before. 20
That is
minutes.
mental
It's mental,
behaviour.
right? So I've literally, when you like think you might do stand up, you're collecting all this material. I basically did
Yeah.
all of it that I've written, and 18 minutes of it was awful. right? And I had my couple mates, I was at uni, a couple of mates from my house in there watching, and there was like this group of middle-aged women who were like on a Hindu or something, just like pissed out of their brain.
ideal
Oh, you look
crowd.
like my son. And I was like, this is a nightmare gig.
Yeah.
But in some ways amazing, because I just wrote off 18 minutes, never did that shit
Yeah,
again.
but you found what
Found my
did work.
two.
I'd be fuming if I went out to a strip club and a girl goes, "Do you want to see the show? Do you want to get the show? It's £50 and you get the show."
Yeah.
And then she leads me behind the curtain of Spencer FC doing one-liners.
I know, it's just shortchanged. And I got paid for it, first gig. I didn't get paid for another gig for about 2 years after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
£25 in this year is an insultingly low amount of money.
Yeah.
£25 is so worthless these days.
But I just do it for the stage time. I'm not expecting
Yeah,
it.
you do it for the love of the game.
if you're getting paid, you're doing something right, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's hard to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it did cover my bus and left me some change.
Exactly.
Got a meal deal for the way home.
You definitely that was a net loss if you take into account the cost of the food you ate that evening.
Yeah.
That
What
was
sort
a
of meal
net
deal are
loss.
we talking? Because they can get
Personal
pricey.
pride. It was a fucking M&S one.
Oh,
It's
so we're
only
talking
shop.
like $5.99 sort of job
It
here?
was $6.60 or something.
So you're actually a net loss.
No, your profit so far is
I think
40,
it made 40p.
40p.
Do that in a sort of compound interest to give it a few years.
Yeah, that's
Well,
Could be
true.
£2.
Mate, I reckon if you'd taken the 40p, put it in a ISA for 5 years and got a marginal profit off that, you would have made more money than if you did this gig.
Yeah, probably. There's people in the
Definitely
back
true.
row that were just so shameless that were sitting in front of all the people waiting to go on. And anytime something went wrong, they were just like, "Oh, that's so shit. That's so shit."
Yeah,
And I was like, "You're doing that right in front of the acts."
That is a tough crowd. If every time if they tell you your shit to your face.
Yeah.
When you start out there, you're doing like open mics, and open mics, maybe half or more of the crowd are comics, right? So they're waiting to get on, so they don't give a shit what you're doing, unless they're looking to nick some of your material.
Yeah.
And then you do things like gong shows, which are the worst. Like, unless you've got your bit nailed and you're actually all right by now, you just get killed at gong shows. And I used to do all this shit. So I used to like the buzz of doing it, but I don't miss the actual, it's a long time ago now, but I don't miss the actual like idea of being a comic. I never wanted to be a comic, really. I've got mates who started with me, and people like all the same sort of era as me, was like Joe Lycett and Joel Dommett and all these guys, Ian Sterling, who obviously got amazing at it and did it for a decade. And it's actually so linked to my YouTube. That gig I talked to you about, Lincoln, I made a YouTube video, silly comedy video, uploaded it, got in the car to Lincoln, everything we talked about, come home, maybe 8 hours have passed. I've made 30 quid after petrol to 100 people, 150 people in the crowd. That video had like 3,000 views. And even though it's not a lot, I just did the maths and was like, I can speak to way more people this way. I never did a gig after that. It was my last gig, actually.
Yeah, right.
Oh, fuck yeah. I suppose there's not as much. Obviously, there's reward with YouTube. There's probably more reward seeing a laugh firsthand, but there's no pressure as much.
Yeah, if
You'll
can-
get people hating and trolling in the comment section, but it's not as
yeah.
bad as the feeling of dying in your ass
No,
on
that's
stage.
the worst. But I do think it's the best training for life in general.
Yeah.
I said to someone the other day, even if you're not interested in stand-up, it should almost be taught like school. Like do it, because if you died, not if you've done well, if you've had that death on stage,
Yeah.
like I've done loads of presenting and stuff and people always ask me, I'm nervous, and I'm like, honestly, I honestly don't get nervous because I've had so much worse.
Yeah.
I really think it gave me a thick skin for it.
The big thing that I was sort of trying to get used to was trying to take the feeling of like an applause break
Yeah.
and feeling the exact same way but completely down on your ass.
Yeah,
because either way, on a different night in a different crowd,
Yeah, it's
either
true.
one of them could have happened. So they're both
yeah.
pretty. You just have to sort of not really take either of them too
You
seriously.
I'd do gigs, exact same set 2 nights in a row, and one
Yeah.
would kill it and one would
Mental,
die,
like-
and you'd be like, it messes with your head, man, until you realise, right before I finished, I realised what my material was very like storytelling, and it wasn't one-liners or anything. And I realised it was very apt to like people my age, so like students. So I'd do a student union, I'd do really well.
Yeah.
Then I'd go to some London comedy club in Westminster, there's a load of 40-year-olds, and they'd just be like, get off the stage.
Right.
It's the same material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to listen to this anecdote, but halfway through it, I coughed into my hand and an enormous amount of phlegm came out. And I've been trying to dispense
I
of
was
it.
wondering what this pose was.
I've been trying to flick it off my fingers under the table.
I have to clean this place, you dirty bastard.
You've never cleaned it once
That's
in your
true,
life.
to be fair.
Don't lie to me. That is very sorry. I will just quickly wipe it onto some old scripts. I think.
Fine. To be fair, it's quite apt because I've had worse crowds than people just trying to dispense of some phlegm while I'm talking.
Yeah. Could be
People were
dispensing
doing that at
worse.
your show in that bus station, right? Lots of phlegm getting dispensed. You brought up the Mange dog earlier by name.
I did.
Faisal Manji, I believe, is the Govey. If
Yeah.
we had to really put him out there.
Yeah.
Can you just shed some light on, if anybody doesn't know, who the Mange Dog is to you?
I mean, the real man behind the Mange Dog is he's one of my best mates that I've known since I was 7. He's my son's godfather. Like, our relationship goes back way before people knew about the Mange Dog.
Yeah.
I gave him that name, by the way. Like, I think I've definitely ruined his life by giving him that name.
He was the man behind the Mange.
I basically called him that in a YouTube video, and now he's like a guy who works in a bank who goes into meetings, and they're like, Mange Dog.
Yeah,
He's
like Mange Dog millionaire. Yeah.
But he's a legend. He's a good lad. He's like my longest friend, really. And just happened to be, when I created this football team, for people who don't know, I created a team called #United on YouTube. He was one of the first players in it.
Yeah.
He's the first ever scorer in it. And for whatever reason that I still don't fully understand, he particularly captured the imagination of the viewers to the point where, he's not been in a video for probably a decade, and yet he's still talked about mythically.
He's a club legend.
And
He's a
how
club
good
legend.
was he in terms of that squad he played in?
I mean, no disrespect to him, but not nowhere near the best player in the team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's the same, we went to school together. Like, we weren't even getting in the school team at times. We weren't those guys. We just loved it.
Yeah.
But that was what the beauty of early hashtag was. It was a ragtag group of some good footballers and some not
Misfits.
so good. Exactly.
Bench warmers.
In his prime, though, I tell you, under 18s football, he was getting some serious numbers. Chelmsford Youth League, mate. They knew about him there.
Firing on all cylinders.
Goals, assists, corners, set piece taker,
Yeah.
everything you wanted, really.
Sort of guy who takes corners and heads them in.
Yeah.
He can head
Yeah.
them in. He did score a header for us in New York, famously.
Fair play to him. It does sound like he's got on really well. So why the fuck did you astroturf his living room?
Yeah.
Have you seen the recent TikTok?
I fucking have, but I feel betrayed.
Oh,
I'm not happy about it, Spencer.
So just to give people some context, a legendary moment from Spencer's career is when he did an alleged reimagination of the Mange Dog's living room, and part of that sort of updating, should we say, is you astroturfed his floor. And for years and years, people would say, Do you remember when Spencer went round to his best mate's house and turned his living room into a football pitch?
Yeah, it sounds so much more intense than it is, because it sounds like I've actually put AstroTurf down permanently. This is like a couple of rolls of AstroTurf.
When people talk about it, it's like you remodeled his entire home, pulled up his floorboards.
Yeah, stick a few goalposts in.
Yeah,
was
damaged his central heating.
Yeah, it was literally perfect timing, because he'd literally moved into that flat and had nothing in there. So it was perfect situation.
Yeah.
So we've been approached by a brand to do a makeover for someone to watch football, basically. So I've just rang them up. This is what I admitted recently in a TikTok, because I didn't realise how much this other lad was making TikToks about it. Going do you remember when he did that?
Every time you get brought up, the Mange Dog incident is also brought up. Literally
Really?
every time. I would argue, Spencer,
Amongst other things,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's up there.
the Wembley Cup has 20 million views on YouTube, and arguably this is massively outshone by the Mange Dog incident.
This is the thing. So I didn't realise how much sway it still had. So when I saw this TikTok from this lad talking about how mad it was that I did that, I thought, maybe enough time's passed, I'll tell him that it was kind of set up, that whole thing. So I did a TikTok saying that, and I can't believe how many people were pissed off about it. They're like, you ruined my childhood. I'm like,
You ruined Aidan's week.
it's a bigger reflection on your parents than it is me, mate, if that's ruined your childhood.
Yeah.
But it was like most things on YouTube, not completely true.
So what did he actually get from this makeover?
So basically, this brand has said, do a makeover, and I've straight away thought of him because he's literally just moved into that flat and had nothing in there. I think he had, if you look at the video, he had a tiny little TV monitor, like one of them, and I'm not even sure if he had a cupboard or anything. Nothing, not even a sofa, nothing.
Yeah.
So I said, perfect, let me kit you out. What do you want? But Manji's actually very... loves his design. He's very precious about that sort of thing. So there's no way he was going to take what we gave him. So I said, tell me what you actually want. He's like, I want this TV. I was like, consider it done. We had this budget to play with.
Yeah.
But he didn't really want the sofa. And then my missus had found a sofa that we wanted for our house.
Wait, so with the Mange Dog's makeover budget, you bought yourself a sofa?
I've still got that sofa in my house. No, genuinely, it's my sofa in my lap.
That's a great way. So did Mange Dog just sit on the floor for years?
I think...
I picture him just levitating or something watching the football.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he got a sofa shortly afterwards, but the very little from that video remained. I think the TV remained. The Xbox
Astro's
remained.
gone.
Astro was gone
Yeah.
in minutes, as you'd expect. There was a little football table. I think the mini fridge stayed. The Xbox and the TV stayed. He did all right out of it.
He fucking did, to
Do
be
you know what I
fair.
mean?
Yeah.
Everyone was a winner. What's the problem?
And
Has Mange Dog still got that mini fridge?
You have
bet
to
he-
ask him. I'm not
yeah.
sure. I'm not sure. That's what
We should
people
do, we
want
should
to
do a
know.
Mange Dog special, I think.
Track him down.
Yeah.
Did you
He also
leave?
lives very close to here, by the way. Stone's throw.
Fair enough. Did you leave him to dispose of the AstroTurf himself?
No, of course, mate. Listen, what do you think I am? You did a
I-
proper
I-
clean-up,
I
mate.
I just
absolutely-
want to check everything was done with
Proper
utmost
clean
decorum.
up. The best bit about that is obviously now you know that he knew. That is acting when he comes in. That is proper thespian behaviour for manager when he comes in
Right,
and
yeah,
goes,
yeah.
"What have you done?" It's like, fair play. We did a few takes of it just to make sure.
Yeah, incredible use.
And
of
that was the best take.
Yeah, it was the best.
Yeah, incredible use of the word thespian there. I really,
Thank you,
really
thank you.
enjoyed that. Yeah.
Another very random part of your career that I'm not sure how many people remember, maybe the people that watched way back then, but maybe the new hashtag United fans won't be aware of, was that you worked with Vincent Kompany.
I did. Yes, I did.
Did you know this?
Where were you working? Subway?
I worked for Vince Kompany,
Oh, okay.
the Man City player. That was when around the Premier League poem type era, 11, 12.
Yeah.
That was the
Well,
so-
big year for you.
massive year.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the year they won the league, first year. That was the
Oh,
Aguero
fuck.
year.
Was that part of your interview process, writing that poem?
No, I don't think he would have known about
So
that,
what
to be fair.
what can you bring to us here? is this company called Vincent Kompany?
It should be.
Yeah,
Pretty hilarious.
Yeah,
But,
then
no,
you were
we-
like,
Yeah.
I think
Sorry, I'm
think
number one.
I think my skills are best expressed in a song.
Yeah, no, it's a mad time. I was quite young. I think I would have been 22, 23.
Yeah.
And essentially kind of got headhunted in the sense of I'd been doing that job, so social media job,
Yeah.
for a football computer game. I'd quit it to go back to stand-up because I was like, didn't really like the job. So I was like, I'm going to quit it. I haven't really had anything planned.
Yeah.
Went freelance for a bit. But then this Vincent Kompany's people contacted the company I used to work for, said they knew each other, and they were like, we want a social media guy, and they recommended me. And I was like, go on, then I'll go back in because it's a very cool job. I know it's very cool. Going up to Man City and doing some quite cool things.
What did you actually do?
So
What
my
was your
actual
role?
title was conversation manager. Yeah, I didn't choose it.
That's what I do on this show.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
I manage conversations.
True. Yeah, it was like it was quite early. He's quite ahead of his time. It was like, so we weren't just managing his social media profiles and like he's back in Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff and anything he wanted to say, but he also had bought rights to other players as well. So we were doing it for other players and trying to get them on board. And I was only in the job for about 8 months. So it was that year, the 11-12 year.
Yeah.
And then I quit again because I didn't like it really.
Would you say that conversation manager is like the CDM of jobs? Like it's tempo.
Important, yeah,
It's
you
tempo
gotta-
is what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Dictate the pace.
Was there many conversations you didn't manage? Because that sounds quite intrusive.
Well, listen, online conversation would be a better way of talking about it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it is a strange title even now.
You're not
But
trying to
back
like
then-
negotiate rows with his missus.
No.
Right. Yeah.
No, back then it was a job that literally didn't exist really, but it was fun.
And like day to day, were you just in with all the players at the training ground?
I was based down here most of the time. I would just go up there for games, home games quite a lot, and then we'd do stuff at his house sometimes. But it was a combination of making some content and really running his channels and managing, like knowing what was being said about him online. So a bit of PR as well in there.
Ah, right, okay.
And it was quite innovative.
You're basically a propaganda machine.
Yeah, basically.
So ahead of its time because that's still the years where like whoever's tweeting like that Kim K sex tape is terrible. She's got no techers.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
tweeted that?
Well, like the Wayne Rooney, like, what is it? I'm
Asking for a
outside.
lift.
Yeah. I mean, even being on Twitter then was quite novel.
Was
Yeah.
it Adebayor who said is a Kit Kat a wank or an ice cream or something?
Eboué, Emmanuel Eboué.
Eboué,
Everyone
yeah.
keeps telling me to have a wank. Is it a kick?
Is it a biscuit? Is it a biscuit or an ice cream?
That's mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a crazy job.
That is early days in that game.
Yeah. Do you know, I can tell you a great story when I quit the job because I think when you're a footballer like that, and I love Vincent Kompany. When I used to say to him about him, he'll either be an amazing manager or he'll be the president of Belgium. Like, and I'm not even joking to say that because he is a leader of men. He's very, very intelligent footballer, and he still could be the president of Belgium. I wouldn't write it off, but he's obviously doing very well as we speak in management.
Semi-final.
I think he could pull like a sort of Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
he's in
yeah.
a film, but he's also the governor of California.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? And then like, I mean, it was controversial. He got relegated to Burnley and then got the buy-in job. And a lot of people,
Mental.
man, you can't do that.
Mate, I honestly
thought.
thought he had Chupo Moting's agent. Like, I don't. How did he? How did he
Both
pull
ended
that?
up in Bayern.
Were you managing that conversation? 'Cause
Should have been,
That's
should have been.
that's a crazy one. How you get relegated and then get given one of the best managing jobs.
Thing
in
is,
the
I
world.
think it is and it isn't. Like if you know him, you got to remember. Like I don't know how inshallah and footballer you want to go on here, but so he's a
Sorry,
he was under the
Inshallah footballer. What did you say?
Inshallah, as in inshallah,
Insular. Yeah.
Insular. Yes,
Insular.
also say it like that. I guess.
Yeah. It's like, what's an Inshallah footballer?
But that's the name of the tactics he plays. No, he.
Yeah.
Basically, if you remember when he won the league with Burnley, so he had like a ridiculous team for the championship. And if you give, it's like Pep, if you give him a team of very good footballers, he will be an exceptional manager. He's been trained at very good teams. I don't think Burnley relegation scrap was the right job for him at the time, but he earned that loyalty, so stayed with him. But anyone that knew it was like, you put him in a good team, he's going to fly.
They needed Tony Pulis.
They probably did.
Yeah.
Probably did.
Play some shit house
But is he
football.
going to do the same job at Bayern Munich? Probably not.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
He's going to have the respect of the players straight away.
I just want to touch on one more thing before we move on to the news. Because for my whole life, you've been putting out the same sort of... I wasn't aware of your poetry and your conversation management, of course, at the time. But, you've been putting out FIFA videos as far as I was aware. And then I saw you the other day on LBC discussing income inequality.
Yeah, I'm doing the whole... the rounds now, LBC, Radio Rufus, you've just got to get the full spectrum of
the big
journalism.
Yeah. Very, very arrogant to call this journalism, I think.
I don't know, mate.
That's uppity stuff. Are you swinging for a political move? What's going on?
We can get political if you want, mate.
Well, it's just, is that a career move for you, going on LBC, discussing issues?
Well, I think it's probably more just like, I think we're in quite an interesting time politically right now in the world, and I have an opinion. I've always been interested in that sort of thing, but obviously, you're right. Most of my content has been keeping the hell out of that stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's because I'm a dad now, I'm a bit older maybe. I think it is largely because I think we're at a quite dangerous moment politically. Like I felt I had an opportunity to do it. Some people will be like, "Who the fuck cares about what a fucking FIFA YouTuber has to say or whatever?" And I don't. I don't care if they feel that way.
Big John. Have you seen the clips? Big John on immigration.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
But the thing is, people laugh at that, right? But like, he's an everyman, right? And that's kind of like, I don't think you should not have time for that sort of opinion, because that is much closer to how the man on the street thinks than what these politicians are throwing out. And I was on that LBC panel with a couple of politicians, and it was as a Labour MP and there was a Conservative MP, and like, I'm not sort of slagging anyone off or anything, but in that environment you realise how different they are to the average person.
All
Politicians,
right?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
The things they preoccupy themselves with, it's like they're playing this little game and they're trying to win that game. And but we're real people over here. And that's what I said. I'd like to go on and talk like a real person.
Yeah.
And just say it how it is. So, there's no political agenda other than just, I guess you could say, if the opportunity comes to use whatever platform I have, I'm happy to do it.
I could see the future of the hashtag Workers' Party.
Yeah.
You could have Manjdog as your running mate, perhaps.
Exactly. Why not, eh? Why not?
Yeah. Chancellor Manjdog.
The thing is, what I've learned, I knew this already. It sounds so dodgy. I knew this already, but once you put your neck on the line and start actually saying where you stand politically, man, it's a lose-lose.
I don't do it.
You can't win.
I've never made a political statement ever in
Apart
the
from
history.
that shirt.
This has got, from across the spectrum, this has got a lot of hate. Yeah. Nobody agrees with
One
this.
thing we can all agree is a bipartisan issue is your shirt.
Yeah, this shirt is a national crisis.
We sometimes argue about who's got the uglier one.
I think I'm winning today, personally.
These are the sort of shirts that make you wish you were colourblind.
Yeah, this is the one you usually have to wear on a stag do. Someone's bought out of a charity shop. No disrespect.
Yeah, but I live my life every day as if I was on a stag do. Hen do. I wear a sash. I only eat cock-shaped lollipops. That's my 90% of my diet. Yeah, that's my whole diet.
Nothing wrong with that.
Everything I drink is pink. All of it. I only have pink drinks. It's good that Lucas brought out the pink ones, because before that I was absolutely hammered.
Had no energy.
All the time. No energy
Just
whatsoever.
drinking Gaviscon flat out.
Yeah, Gaviscon.
Pepto-Bismol.
10 paces behind me, my obese mother-in-law is just always following me around. It's really, the Hindu experience is really terrible.
Have you seen the Pepto-Bismol advert that's doing around on TV right now?
I don't think so, no.
For me, that was always an American product.
I bought some the other day because I was like, "What's this? I've never seen this before." That tastes fucking disgraceful. I know. Like we don't.
Like a taste test.
Well, I'm
literally medicine.
Yeah, but there's when Cowpole is setting such a ridiculously high bar, there's standards to live up to. And I know we try not to slag off companies because we want to be sponsored. Fuck you, Pepto-Bismol. That is one of the shittest products. Fuck off back to America, please.
But did you buy it because you had a need for it, or just to taste it?
Oh yeah, I didn't have it. I didn't get it as like a drink.
That's fine.
You can't get it with your meal
Got to
deal.
try it.
Yeah,
I haven't tried it before. Got to try it.
I do. Yeah, it's not in the meal deal.
Have you ever had a Calpol cocktail?
No, what's that?
Absolutely fucking
It was
delicious.
invented on this show. We're alcoholics.
Fine.
The both of us. We love it. And we're on
As an adult as well.
and yeah. And we used to be on the kids stuff, and we moved on to the 6+. You know, the full strength. Because I would say very much the original Calpol is like the Radler of medicines. You know, it's a half strength.
Taking it with a syringe.
Yeah, that's like the lucky saint of medicines. But we like the proper stuff, and we shoot up those syringes all the time.
Why not?
Our greatest contribution to society is shot of vodka with some fucking Calpol in it.
And it goes down
Absolutely
the street.
delicious. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Fair play.
The only problem is it has to be mixed properly. You want to shake it, not stir it. You know, like
You're a
James
proper
Bond.
mixologist getting on that. You know, you wanna mess
A
about.
bar in Dublin used our clip as promo and actually launched their own drink.
Gen-
No,
genuinely-
you can actually buy that in the bar.
Yeah,
That's mad.
genuinely true. Yeah.
Mad.
One thing I wanted to ask about, I don't know how aware you are of these rumours, but some people have linked you to the FIFA player.
First I've heard of it, to be honest.
This is something I found out about this 10 minutes before you arrived. I'd never heard of the FIFA player. Yeah, that was not a part of your career.
I was
aware of.
wondering if you had any info at all on his backstory, because I've heard that it's pretty mental.
I've got a lot of info on his backstory. I've done a lot of research since people started saying that they thought I was him. I was like, who is this guy? I've got to find out. So I know
Yeah.
loads about his backstory.
So
Yeah.
this is an mysterious sort of character. For people who don't know, this is an unnamed sort of character.
Vigilante, would you say?
He's got a name.
Mas-
Stevie Two Shoes.
Yeah, Stevie Two Shoes. Apparently he's Brazilian. Can't be. Do you think he was the only Stevie at his school?
So you've got a lot of Brazilians with interesting names, but
Stevenio.
There's a
Yeah.
Steve
Yeah.
that plays for Chelsea,
Is he Brazilian?
Estevao, but they call him
Estevao,
Steve.
Yeah, that's true. Very
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
No, but he also had a Belgian mother, adopted
Okay.
mother, who had no arms, but don't hold that against her. She's called Marie.
She's not holding much against her, is she?
No. Yeah, it was a good rap lyric, and if I remember correctly, a FIFA player line, which obviously nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
It was something along the lines of her favourite meal at McDonald's is the fish au filet. She's harmless, so she wears a gilet. Armless.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
wish
got
he
you. That's-
was here right now so I could
You know
compliment
what
him.
I think?
Yeah, I mean Grammy or not a Grammy, you decide.
You know what I think that might be? A power poem.
Crazy
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
to think
yeah.
about
That
it.
is a mad sort of crossover.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful little couplet there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was he sort of raised in like the mean streets? Did he have a silver spoon in his mouth? What sort of
No,
upbringing
very
did he
much
have?
the mean streets.
Wasn't he incarcerated in a Russian gulag for some
for a
time?
bit? For a bit, yeah. He's very much a gamer from the streets.
Yeah,
which you
yeah.
don't see enough of these days.
Nah.
Most of these gamers are coming from private schools.
It's sort of a dying trade.
Yeah. How do we support impoverished gamers?
It's a serious issue.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
serious issue, but no,
I think we need to support women gamers as well. There's not enough women gamers going around.
it's a
Yeah.
very true point.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
isn't there though?
It's because of society's prejudices.
It really is.
You need to get on LBC. Start giving
It's
them
on
some
my
of this,
agenda,
some
mate,
of
it's
this
on my
stuff.
agenda.
Yeah. Get the mange dog in charge. Anyway, we're going to move from general chat to the news now. Big week for news. Huge week for news. And it was the greatest Sunday in the history of news. 2 blokes ran a marathon in under 2 hours, and another bloke attempted to assassinate Donald Trump on the same day. I was playing paddle at the time. Quite a lot of chat going around the court. I'll tell you that right now.
Good alibi to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It wasn't me.
For which one? For running the marathon?
I don't
2
think
hours or-
anyone's accusing me of running a marathon under 2 hours.
You've got 3 alibi witnesses if you're playing paddle, assuming.
Yeah.
Can you name them?
Memulus, do you know the YouTuber?
You're playing with Memulus?
Yeah,
Similar to FIFA player in many ways.
yeah. Memulus, and then like 2 other blokes
Okay.
who aren't famous, so they're sort of irrelevant.
Yeah, irrelevant. We don't, no conversations to manage there.
No, it's well documented that I actually can't sprint, so there's no way I could do a marathon in under 2 hours.
Sounds a little bit like I can't sweat. Do you remember Prince Andrew?
Yeah, I'm very much the Prince Andrew of running.
That can't have been me because he was sprinting and I can't sprint.
Yeah. I don't have the faculties to reach terminal velocity.
Fair.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trump, who seems to lead this. Don't you just think this fucker leads the most charmed life of anyone? Like since Prime Mansa Musa is the last example of someone who's this lucky.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure if
great.
you're a big Mansa Musa guy, but
No, not my.
richest.
I'm thinking that's the fella that played for Leicester City.
No, he's the richest person of all time.
Oh, really?
He's a former king of Africa.
Right.
Somewhere.
in Africa, right?
Yeah. They said he was so rich he could grow gold in the fields.
Wow.
Yeah, he when he went on holiday to Egypt, and he crashed their economy.
Just for the crack.
Yeah. Well, he was so rich, like their economy couldn't handle the influx of spending. Because he went there on holiday.
That's your life goal, to be able to do that to some impoverished state.
Well, just head to sort of Tanzania and just sort of mess it up a bit.
Wreck the place.
Yeah, just do a few bit of shenanigans. But anyway, Trump calmly left the White House Correspondents' Dinner after gunshots were reported outside the venue. The suspect, a 31-year-old former teacher, was tackled in the lobby after running through a security gate and peeling off a few rounds before being subdued by law enforcement. Videos show loads of people ducking for cover and human pork lump J.D. Vance absolutely legging it. I like this. He just looks absolutely baffled at all times, J.D. Vance.
He does, to be fair.
He looks like an ordinary human pressed against a window.
I don't know if you saw the footage from the side of the stage. For some reason, the security grabbed him before they went for Trump.
Yeah.
Which was sort
Yeah, I
of
thought
questionable. It's a bit
But
strange.
maybe because he's so charmed, they're like, don't worry about Donald, he's got it covered. He's already evaded a few, isn't he?
I
Yeah.
think he's the
has
sort
he?
of guy who, like, I think he could deflect bullets like the Matrix. You know what I
Just
mean?
bend them?
Yeah, just bend them to his will.
I don't think he's
yeah.
got the flexibility to do one of those fucking moves, though.
In a post-match interview with 60 Minutes, Donald Trump didn't even seem bothered that someone had attempted to assassinate him again. He said, "It's a dangerous job." And then he posted this picture of the shirtless shooter on Twitter. You seen this picture?
I've not seen that one, no.
No. For some reason, he's got his top off.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a yellow, right? That's a
Yeah.
yellow card.
Automatic.
Yeah.
I reckon a second yellow for trying to shoot the president.
Yeah.
But
Straight red, really.
yeah, do you think?
For the shooting, not for the yellow.
I'd
for the shirt.
be sending it upstairs.
Yeah. Look at VAR.
What's funny is, like, I don't think it's traditional police tactics to take your shirts off and then handcuff you.
Yeah.
Who knows these days, mate? ICE, they've got new rules.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Like Dua Lipa.
Very similar, actually.
Yeah.
He looks a bit like the rapper Logic.
Yeah, he does. He's got the same trim. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, he's a different shade, I would say.
Is that an accusation? Or
I don't know.
Where were you
Maybe
that
he was
night?
playing paddle as well.
Yeah, I think Logic was probably on a low, taking his time. It's a Logic joke. Yeah, it's
Logical.
good tune. But every time someone tries to kill him, we get an awesome picture like this. Like last time, do you remember? Like, this is just a great picture.
The photo of him walking away from the original assassination with his fucking
Fist in the air. Do you remember that one? Like,
if you're going to create a campaign moment, that is literally it.
Yeah, that
Some
probably
would say
won
that's
him.
what happened.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But like, if he's trying to assassinate the president and he walks into a hotel shirtless, you're doing everything wrong.
Yeah,
That's
you're
true.
assuming they took his shirt off.
Yeah,
He might
yeah.
have never had the shirt.
Yeah.
But like, it means surely you wouldn't want to attract this much attention to yourself that you walk in, nips out.
No, yeah.
No.
The best thing about that photo is I imagine Trump took it himself.
Yeah, he would, wouldn't he? Yeah.
Get down there.
It's like a Snapchat story or something. And then there's another epic quote from Donald Trump. Like, whatever you think about him, he's a quote machine.
Oh, yeah.
He's an unbelievable stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't worried. I understand life. We live in a crazy world. And that sounds like that sounds like a Drake song. Like,
Or like an Aslan tune.
Life's so crazy. Like, living in a yeah.
There's a quote from Dana White that was apparently there as well, who said, "It was fucking awesome. I literally took every minute of it in. It was a pretty crazy, unique experience." He's talking about it as if it was like a World Cup
Yeah.
final.
That's performative machismo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, I've never been to a shooting with this much atmosphere before.
Yeah, I mean, that says a lot about... Well, they're used to it in America, aren't they? Aren't these assassination attempts left, right and centre?
Yeah.
There are so many...
Well, I'm surprised like people just don't get picked off on the daily. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
surely the first time that Trump even won the Republican primary, there's got to be one leftist nutter who would have just taken him out. I'm surprised there aren't just people getting shot every day.
I mean, it is interesting how bad... If we are assuming that it's the left coming for Trump, right? It's interesting how much worse they are at it than the right. Like, actually get hitting their target. Because the right, when they want to take someone out, JFK, Mandela, they're gone.
Yeah.
But they want to take out a right... They still haven't got the shooting practice.
It's interesting you brought up Nelson Mandela because he definitely wasn't
Well,
shot.
not Nelson Mandela. I didn't mean Nelson Mandela. I meant Martin Luther King. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
read the Nelson Mandela book, actually. That's why it's on my mind. Long Walk to Freedom.
Yeah.
It's a long read to freedom. I'll tell you what, it's one of the longest books I've ever read. But well
Yeah,
worth it.
yeah.
I recommend it. But yeah, Martin Luther King, these guys, you do wonder what would have happened if these guys hadn't been taken out so early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolute marksman whenever
Well,
they were
the
involved.
Charlie Kirk guy's been taking notes from the right from those guys
Yeah.
because that was precise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the timing of it, just after he was talking about like shootings or something, then got shot in the neck.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
think
the
of
timing.
like apart from Jill, do you remember Jill Dando? Do you remember Jill Dando? She was a BBC news presenter.
yeah.
Or she was a news presenter. She got shot on her doorstep. Terrible.
Fuck.
Other than that, I can't think of many British.
Thank God, by the way.
Yeah, right, it's a nice world to live in, right?
Yeah,
we don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
about this stuff very often, but I can't even. Obviously, they've got different gun laws over there, and it's going crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, it does seem like over there they've just got. What we do is we make prime ministers resign very regularly. We're really good at that. Like,
yeah.
he's still in a job.
Our equivalent of bullets is like snarky, passive-aggressive comments
yeah.
In the media.
Checking your taxes.
Yeah.
yeah, you've been a naughty boy with the taxes. Resign.
Yeah, looking at people on companies' house and publishing, publishing reports about it, which I do all the time. Do you do this? Sometimes I just look up famous people, like their companies. You can look up anyone's company and just have a read of the income statement for a laugh.
I can't say I've got up.
We've
to
got
that, to be
different
honest.
hobbies. You know, it's each to their own, I think. Yeah.
You're a big England fan.
Yes, I've been in a lot of different England experiences over the years, and then the World Cup coming up.
Yeah. Are you going dead?
No, I'm not. It's linked to our last conversation, to be honest. I mean, I think that the World Cup shouldn't even be in America.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up, because it is a bit mental that it is
Where
there.
where would you like to have it?
Well, it's people are forgetting it is being hosted in 2 other countries. You don't actually have to
Canada and Mexico.
change anything. You just put the American games in Mexico and Canada as well. Bosh, done.
Yeah.
Just go to the countries that aren't bombing people. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
But you know, he's getting a FIFA Peace Prize. All this nonsense. We know who.
He likes to invent awards and give themselves. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, that was FIFA. I mean, it's a sorry state of affairs, but not a surprising one that FIFA are getting up to that sort of thing. They're telling, you know, football can't be political.
Yeah.
Someone makes a political statement they don't like, they say, "Oh, not naughty."
Yeah,
you know,
it's very hypocritical.
Yeah, so,
And also, like, that aside, the performance of just everything with the Club World Cup, from like the halftime shows to Trump going up for the trophy lift. What the fuck was that about?
Cole Palmer looking at him like, "What are you doing?"
Can you imagine for England win the World Cup for the first time since 1966 and fucking Donald Trump's in the photos? That is a mental
Well, even
idea.
Messi's getting slated in his own country because he did an appearance at the White House recently, and like the Argentinians, a lot of them very political, are just like, "Oh, you're dead to us."
He did an appearance. What was he doing? Like keepy uppies?
Just a quick 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They had the whole Inter Miami team there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Argentina is very political and I think left leaning, some of it, and they sort of have disowned him over it. Like, so it's impossible to avoid it now. You're making a statement by even going to the World Cup. I think you're taking a risk by going to the World Cup. If I was on the other side and I'm looking at potential terrorist opportunities, World Cup, America,
Goldmine.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Especially whenever stuff like this is happening months beforehand. Like, if they're failing now, they're going to try again. Someone's going to try again. You don't know when.
Yeah, it'd be amazing if something doesn't happen, to be honest. But
Yeah.
So I do love the World Cup. The World Cup, I went to Russia for the full month of 2018. I think it's the best thing in the world, like, to do. But I think it's been a little bit hijacked this year, and I'm not sure it's the same. I missed the Brazil World Cup. That's the one I think in my lifetime was probably the one to be at.
Yeah.
But Russia wasn't bad.
It was Russia and then Qatar had it, didn't they?
Yeah, and I went out,
That's also a disgrace.
The sort of human
can't-
rights violations and holding passports and the amount of people
But-
that died during the stadium builds. And
I completely agree, and I even made a satirical comedy cartoon very early in my YouTube days, taking the mick out of Qatar getting the World Cup, like 15 years ago. But it is interesting how US getting the World Cup doesn't seem to be met with the same energy right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm politically opposite to Qatar, right? I completely disagree with their whole politics. But they're not bombing people.
Yeah.
Like, they're not killing people outside of their country. Yes, they're doing some terrible things. I'm not defending
within
it.
their country
But
borders,
America is killing children.
Yeah.
And yet they get to get the World Cup and get a Peace Prize. So it's a bit...
And even
critical.
like, it is extremely hypocritical, all that stuff going on, and then just the dangers of it. But some of the punditry that I've seen already as well, like, I don't know if you've seen this, but Fox
I
Sports.
honestly think some of the American punditry is worse than the American foreign policy. Like, them they calling Christian Pulisic like a game changer. That's way worse than the shit they're doing in the Middle East. That is such a terrible opinion.
They did an
What do they call
article, the 26 stars to define the World Cup. 1 to 5, Messi, Ronaldo, Yamal, Haaland, Mbappe. Christian Pulisic, number 6.
Well, I mean, it's their only hope, isn't
Number
it? That's
6,
what
sorry.
they're getting at, isn't it? That's the only chance they've got.
Messi at number 1 is such a bad to define this World Cup is the game changer.
But he was above Harry Kane, Vinicius Jr., Dembele, and then
Wow.
Crystal Palace centre back Chris Richards was 16th.
Chris Richards.
Great player. Great player.
I'd say I'm not. I don't watch loads of football. I've never even fucking heard of him.
Yeah. Balogun, who was at Arsenal for a while, I think he's now at Monaco, 22nd in between Rafinha and Bruno Fernandes.
Oh my god,
Man,
that's
they've
such a bad take.
They're fancying a run, aren't they? Stranger things have happened. Like when countries do host tournaments, it's mad this one as well because they've got 3 teams that are in the World Cup without qualifying. Usually it'd be one, right?
Yeah.
3 teams didn't qualify.
But it's not like maybe the Canadians are a bit shithouse, but America and Mexico would have got there anyway.
Yeah, Mexico
Probably.
usually do pretty decent in the World Cup, or at least challenge
Yeah.
somewhat.
Chicharito also always pokes one in.
Yeah.
And he's good at football. But there was something come out recently. Trump was saying that because Iran are supposedly not playing now, pulled out. They qualified like legit, and they're not going to take part. So there's technically a spot, right?
Right.
And he was going,
But I don't understand that at all because if I was an Iranian football player, the last place I want to be is Iran. You'd be much safer in America. They're not going to bomb themselves.
That's actually true in that situation.
I think it's probably also about like a statement of some kind. Like you're literally going to
of
go
course.
to the place. But the Trump was apparently like, let's put Italy back in because I want to fix my relationship with their. Like, he just thinks he gets to choose.
You can't just do that.
Just put Italy in.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think. You'd have to have some sort of procedure to work out who gets it. But imagine like if Iran did play and US played Iran at the World Cup in America. That's just
That
mad.
is crazy.
What a game.
That is a proper El
I'm pretty sure it
Clasico.
happened in '94. I think it happened. They were not a war in the same way, but there was a very similar
tension.
and they played each other.
How many?
They played in the last World Cup.
Did they? US Iran.
Well, we had the most banter group of all time. It was us, Wales, America, Iran. That's the best group in the history of the World Cup for us. And unfortunately, we drew 0-0 with America. Disgraceful.
Was that 2010?
No, 2020. We drew 1-1. Rob Green
that's what I'm
let in
thinking
an
of,
awful one in.
Yeah, that was when I was at uni. I remember that.
We drew 0-0 with Algeria. Oh my god.
Even like politics aside, the fact that America has got, is that their 3rd World Cup since like the 1990s?
Yeah, it's Mexico as well. Mexico had 2 in a row, didn't they, in the 70s? Or 2 in 3. We haven't had one since '66. Doesn't make sense.
Fucking crazy, yeah.
Mate, yeah, justice for East Timor. Come on, mate.
When you look at our performance at tournaments, when it's in England, we are in there or thereabouts. So
Yeah.
like Euros
Yeah.
final, 66, won it, 1996 semi-final.
Yeah.
We've never flopped when it's been in our country, so it's the best chance we got.
Now, from serious politics to the single most overpriced product in the world. Do you want to have a Sam?
Single most overpriced product in the world. Jesus.
It's Lego.
Lego.
Lego. The average price of a Lego set, which keep in mind is a box full of bits of plastic, in 2026 is $400,000. But one scam artist deceived the entire company, pilfering thousands of dollars worth of Lego sets by purchasing the sets at retail, swapping the bricks out for pasta, and returning the kits for a refund.
Sorry, I've got pasta. Can you give me a refund?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody would check. He make sure
They're just going to give it a
I was
shake.
thinking of actually seeing the pasta.
No, he wasn't
Okay,
he wasn't like, he hasn't got like a pack of spaghetti, bringing this in and he's like, can I get a refund for this Lego set?
That's literally how I thought it was.
Yeah.
Mad.
So Target, the retailer, told authorities that there were 70 thefts across the crime spree stretching across the country. Related
All linked
to this
man.
all linked to one guy who was traveling around, going from Target to Target, buying Lego and pasta and doing a swapsies.
Yeah, there's a surge of pasta and Lego sales. That's the guy.
Yeah. And he traced it across the country, stacking up 34K in losses for Target. His medium of choice was Durham wheat semolina pasta. That's his favourite.
Good choice. It's got the Lego texture.
Yeah, it does actually. It's good stuff. Apparently, there's an enormous like Lego black market.
Yeah. And other colours of Lego as well.
Yeah, and authorities seized in Riverside County in April. Authorities seized $1 million in Lego from 2 freight trailers of stolen Lego.
It doesn't make sense to me that any amount of Lego can warrant that price.
I know.
Where are you storing it all? That's mad.
In
You should feasibly be able to build a house out of £1 million worth of Lego.
they're storing it in that big plastic box that your grandma has in the attic, filled with all the old bits. Yeah. In Vallejo, California, a bloke was charged with 2nd-degree commercial burglary and grand theft Lego for stealing 25 grand of and then another guy was apprehended last autumn for stealing hundreds of thousands of Lego. And apparently there's like a mafia ring. There's like a Lego cartel where like they dominate the illegal supply. According to the news article, we absolutely just stole this from.
Lego, big business, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as a parent, I can tell you, it is pricey. It's very pricey.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting the "What are you in for?" question in prison and having to tell them fucking this?
Yeah.
It's nearly too embarrassing. You're safer just telling them you touch children.
Yeah, probably. I think you'd definitely be less likely to be stabbed. Yeah. Just I nicked a couple of Lego Death Stars back in the day. Why do kids? Maybe you can answer this as dad. Why do kids like putting Lego up their nose? What is it about?
I never put Lego up my nose. I put Smarties up my nose.
That's probably more dangerous. Yeah.
Because of the E numbers.
It's trial by error, isn't it? Unless you've explicitly said to a kid, "Do not put Lego up your nose," they need to find out.
Yeah,
They're just like,
it's funny how
go in here? Not this shape.
I should have bought some minifigures or something so we could try it again. It's been a long time since I had any Lego up my nose.
Yeah.
But I did like once as a kid. I put a 1x1 up both nostrils and just sort of suffocated myself. And the teacher had to slap me on the back and I came flying out like a double-barreled shotgun.
They use those tactics, I think, in Guantanamo Bay. It's a Lego up the nose. You know,
Yeah.
torture.
fucking genius.
Yeah. It's
But
like
expensive.
It's the new waterboarding. Yeah, but they have a big budget for prisons in America, don't they?
Yeah.
Spending it all on Lego. Yeah. Okay. Well, from one kind of theft, that's my least favorite kind of theft, by the way, shoplifting, to my new favorite kind, identity theft. And a federal court has upheld the punishment of a 12-year prison sentence for a Wisconsin man who stole another man's identity for decades and surreptitiously manipulated the criminal justice system to have his victim jailed and forcibly medicated. So this is complicated. So we're going to need to listen here. There's a bloke. His name is David Kieran's. He stole his colleague's, who's called William Woods. He stole his identity when two men worked together at a hot dog stand in New Mexico. So he nicked his wallet. This is, if anyone wants to do identity theft at home, this is how you do it. Nick your mate's wallet. Whilst you have it, say, you left your wallet somewhere. Whilst you have it, apply for loads of driver's licenses and social security cards with his name, using his ID, and then give him his wallet back. Don't take anything. Then you use that to build a new life. Marrying, having a child, opening bank accounts, obtaining credit.
He did this guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then worked to the University of Iowa Hospital, where he earned more than $100,000 a year as an IT administrator.
Now, was that his mate's job? Like qualifications? Is it
No,
Catch Me If You Can type stuff? Where he's
No.
pretending to be
So they were both just working at a hot dog stand at the time.
So what benefit was there of taking the identity?
We went from a hot dog stand to IT administrator, so there's your
yeah,
benefit.
but he could have done it with his own identity.
He
if
also got a
didn't
better
get it.
name.
Yeah, that's
Double
true.
barrel.
Yeah, William Woods is a cool name, but as far as I can determine, there is absolutely zero reason why he stole this guy's identity.
It's a pretty extreme wind up.
Yeah.
Especially when was it from the 80s?
Yeah, so he stole it in the 80s, and he got found out in 2023.
Oh wow! And he's been this guy the whole time.
But this is the great bit of this story. So the actual William Woods tried to reclaim his own identity. He was like, "This guy stole my name. He's opened bank accounts. He's using bank accounts in my name." And the guy, the fake William Woods, he convinced the police that the real William Woods was actually pretending to be him.
Wow.
And so he got the real William Woods got arrested, charged with identity theft and false impersonation, and he spent 18 months in jail and 5 months in an insane asylum where he was forcibly medicated.
Oh my god! And I'm hoping he got some sort of compensation when it all got turned around.
Well, so and then there's the best bit. When he was convicted of these crimes, they forced him to go back. The court thought that, that's not you're not the real William Woods. You're David Kieran's.
Oh my god!
So then he was court ordered to live his life under the other guy's name.
Have you ever seen the film Face Off with John Travolta? This is quite similar to that in many ways. I wonder if it's based on that, but it's slightly different. The guy swaps faces with someone,
Like the front of his face.
John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. Great film.
Yeah. To be fair, they both look like sort of mannequins, don't they?
Yeah. Well, it basically does that. He makes his own family think he's him.
Yeah.
And then when the other guy comes back and he's like, "It's me," then we don't believe you.
It takes a lot of fucking dedication, to be fair to the
fair
fella.
play to Kieran, whatever his name was,
David Kieran's, yeah.
David Kieran's done a good job. He can't deny it.
And eventually they had to DNA test both of them, and that's what revealed this.
Surely do that before you sign the up the insane asylum.
Yeah. Surely before you start giving him the pills.
The thing is, they must have picked his target pretty well because he must have not had any family or anything. They could have just gone, that's definitely him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Must have no one.
Yeah, if you want to steal top tip from Spencer FC there, if you want to steal someone's identity, make sure it's an orphan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ideally.
And we pride ourselves as the number one podcast for homeless strats.
Of course.
Right. So like some people do, FIFA tips, the best sort of thing, other strats. We're like, if you're homeless, like we give you the best tin rattling locations. That sort of thing. I think this is a class move. If you're a homeless guy and you have the opportunity to nick someone's wallet, this is a great
Do you have the means to sign up for everything though?
If you've got all the information in the wallet, I think you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might do this, pretend to be you for a bit.
I don't think that benefits you in any way.
No, it doesn't. I'm actively disadvantaging myself
in every single way possible.
Can't wait to get rejected for some credit cards under your name.
If you want to do it for a while and clear all my debt, feel free, and then give me a bag.
Oh yeah,
after.
I forgot about your loan.
It would be funny if someone did nick someone's identity, didn't do their research properly, and actually had a much worse life as a result of it. And you're like, oh man.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking steal someone's identity, then the paedophile hunters land at your door.
That's it.
It really wasn't me, I promise.
Oh, that'd be awful if you actually got Chris Hansen and it wasn't you.
I think that's a good plot for a film. You just come up with that.
Yeah, that's great. If any screenwriters want to nick that. Or like I nicked the Manch dog's identity by accident. I come home and my living room's full of AstroTurf.
There's a site I was listening to recently about like what's coming with all the AI stuff, and it was saying how it's similar to what you just said. Like, so if we believe that in the next 10 years they're going to be able to upload people's like personalities to the cloud, right? So you can like feasibly never die, and you could be very Black Mirror-y, but like basically if you can upgrade everything, like we already can almost replace everything of our bodies. Add the consciousness.
I'll tell you what my first move would be.
What?
If I'm upgrading bits of my body, I think we know what I'm getting an iron penis. I'm getting a robot.
Surely
arm.
you go diamond.
I don't know how that would cost a lot. Like diamond rings have tiny diamonds and they're like 20 grand. Imagine like
That's
a
a good
diamond
point, but you
schlong.
wouldn't need many diamonds to encrust yours.
Why do you want it to be so unbreakable and hard?
I want a schlong of steel.
times.
Is that your superpower in this world?
Yeah. The iron hammer. They call me.
I'm not sure women are queuing up for that, to be honest. But you know what you want. Go for it.
If I got kicked in the balls, people would be breaking their feet.
So this has obviously come from you must be kicked in the balls regularly. You're like, I need to fix this.
I slapped him in the balls for the first time. Like last month.
Famously on this show, I've never been kicked in the balls before.
Oh, you got to try.
I came out and I said, I don't think it hurts. I think people are making it up.
And I give him the swiftest.
So Aidan gave me a sack tap live on the show. Tell you what. I was wrong.
Some things you just don't need to learn.
Yeah,
that's one of them.
As always, we give all our guests the opportunities. If you want to give me another sack tap, I'm well up for that.
I'd love to. It's
the first time he's offered that opportunity to someone that wasn't a woman.
That's always big part of the show.
Oh yeah, I only do it for the women on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just to finish that thing, basically they're saying, imagine you're going to die. And you can upload your consciousness to this, say, basically robot that it looks like you.
Yeah.
It has all new parts, but it looks like you, and essentially you live on. And then they find out, so that person's died, you're dead, but your brain's in this little person over here.
Yeah.
And then they find out you did a crime 20 years ago. Do you arrest this thing? It's about AI ethics. Is that you?
Yeah. That is a strange thing to think about.
It's a bit like the thing finding out the guy was a pedo. But
You wouldn't download a car. It's a bit along those lines.
You'd like to think not. You wouldn't download a paedophile.
You wouldn't download a paedophile.
have you heard of this thing called, is it Theseus's boat? So you've got a boat.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard of this?
You replaced so much of it.
Ship of Theseus, yeah.
Yeah, so which is the real boat? The one that's been upgraded and has none of the original parts.
Yeah.
Or all the original parts added back
Who's the
together.
real iCloud nonce?
But like, can you...
The
How
nonce of
far do you
Theseus.
go with that? Because like a quad amputee, does that apply to them?
Well, it's got to be about your brain.
That is a shit point. Like that is a terrible.
But if the majority of the ship...
That's a terrible question.
If the majority of the ship is now a new ship and the majority of the human is now fucking...
Yeah, but you haven't replaced his arms. You've just chopped them off.
No, but someone born with that, for example, and now all of a sudden they've got arms, legs, that aren't originally theirs.
Legally, we've never had to think about what makes the person, right? So it has to, for me, it has to be the consciousness. So if
Yeah.
you're taking the consciousness and moving it. But what they're not saying is like taking you and putting you over there. They're basically saying cloning your consciousness. So when you wake up over there, you think and act exactly like
Oh,
you.
mate, I'm not taking the rap for my clone doing something. I'm not. You
It's
can't.
like the other way around. You did it, and now you've got a clone that now exists that isn't technically you, but it acts and thinks and has the memories of you. Did they do the crime?
I mean, personally,
Surely.
I'd be happy for them to take the fall, but I don't think they did the crime.
Oh, I would like a clone that I could sort of blame my
You'd be
shortcomings
dead. That is only the version of you that exists anymore. You'd be dead.
But I think if I
know.
knew coming into the last years of my life that I can get up to a bit of badness and someone else is going to take the fall for it.
You're still dead though.
Yeah, but
You can
I
do that
think
anyway. That's literally
I'm-
how life
I'm
works.
lying in my grave thinking, ha, that dick has to deal with it.
Yeah. Wow, this is not where I expected. I thought we were going to talk about like FIFA packs and stuff. this is great stuff from you, Spencer. Anyway, that's the end of the news. Now we're going to move on to the sport. And what we wanted to create is you've played in so many charity games over the years. You've participated in so many events. We're going to try and build a combined team of the best players that you have played with.
Or against.
Played against, I was gonna say,
Or against.
I actually made a YouTube video recently which was very similar. It was about who I played with. But I think played against is actually a better side. I've worked it out in my head.
So who's the best? We'll just run through some positions. Quick fire. We'll just shout
Are we
some out.
talking their rep or how they played in the game?
Their rep.
Okay, their
Yeah.
rep.
I don't think we were breaking down sort of like.
Some of them just toss it off. Some of them turn up and you're like I
Sorry?
played against Pirlo and he was such
And he was tossing it off.
tossing it off left, right,
Yeah,
centre.
yeah.
It was so disappointing.
Yeah. He didn't take it seriously.
He just did not give a shit.
Yeah. But
Right.
then, like,
I
Chris
marked him out
MB
of the
might
game,
have put in a
man.
shift.
Absolutely marked him out of the game.
Really.
I was playing centre mid with Yaya
You had
Toure.
him. You had him in back pocket.
Easy, mate. But
Yeah.
obviously he's ridiculous. But in
Yeah.
that game, he just doesn't care.
But
Right.
overall rep in their career as a footballer, 1 to 11. You can do against, you can do with
Yeah.
and
So
against.
rep wise, in goal would probably be Schmeichel. Played against Schmeichel
Yeah.
at Wembley Cup. Then you'd go Rio Ferdinand, centre half.
Fuck, this is going to be such a good team. Where's Manjdog? Manjdog's going to be in this team somewhere.
He can be the first sub.
Yeah, he's on the bench, to be fair.
Manjdog on the bench.
Centre back, so I played against Schmeichel at Wembley Cup, played with Rio at one of the final games at the Bowling Ground, England-Germany 50-year anniversary game. Then
Who are you playing for?
England. I actually got a cap. I've got an
pretty
England
cool.
cap at home, technically.
Oh,
Centre back with
that's a load
Rio
of bollocks.
is probably Jamie Carragher, because he played in the Wembley Cup
And
as
he
well.
spat on a child.
Yeah, not on the same day.
Oh, okay.
But he did.
It's around the same time,
He did
isn't it?
clothesline Joe Weller though, which is similar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good enough
yeah,
for him.
Then I think you go William Gallas, who also played at the Wembley Cup in my team. And then if you want, I don't know, let's not do too many defenders. Let's move on.
Yeah, you don't have to
Three at the back then.
Yeah,
if
maybe
you park the bus.
that's a good three to be fair.
Yeah, it is.
Then if we're gonna go off aura, you've got to have JJ Okocha in there.
Oh, fucking sure you
I
do.
thought I tackled him at the Wembley Cup, and I heard a cheer, and I was like, I just tackled JJ Okocha, and I realised he'd literally nutmegged me.
Yeah,
whilst I went to tackle him, and he had the ball and had left, and I was
Yeah.
sitting there thinking I was.
Yeah, I
good at
don't think it's a
football.
great tackle if while you're doing it you have to think about whether you did it or not.
Yeah, that was, in hindsight, that was a good sign. JJ Okocha, Robert Perez, played with him 2 times and against him once. Then
How was he on the day?
Amazing, every time amazing. Yeah, he just didn't seem to age, Perez. I love him. And then you go Stevie Gerrard, played against him. Yaya Toure, played with him.
It's like a fucking World 11, this thing.
I think this
What an
team-
incredible team.
This team has a chance in the Prem.
It fucking sure it does.
Yeah.
What do you mean? It runs away with it.
Yeah, this team's going undefeated for a
Especially
season.
the back three. You've got 2 defenders that have played fullback.
Yeah. And then you go middle three, you go Pirlo, even though he was shit on the day, Yaya Toure, and
We'll
Gerrard.
let him off.
Yeah, we'll let him off. He did a bit in his career.
Yeah.
And then, up front, definitely Kluivert. He played with us on the Wembley Cup, scored 2 goals.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Then I've got a choice between...
I think Patrick Kluivert is Clarence Seedorf and Frank Rijkaard. They're all the same guy. To me.
I feel
can't
like a lot of
separate-
people have that opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, well, speaking of which, I met him recently. I didn't play with him, but that same era, Edgar Davids was on the Sidemen game recently.
He looks like the fucker from Mario Kart who drops you back on the track after you fall off with the goggles.
Great player, mate, in his prime.
Lackatu. He looks like Lackatu.
He was he was a coach of Barnet, very randomly for a while.
He was player coach, gave himself #1 shirt as an outfield player.
What a fucking
Yeah, #1.
Why does he wear swimming
He's
goggles?
got, what's it called? Glaucoma?
Ah, right, okay.
So it's not like a
medical
fashion. I assumed it was a fashion statement.
No.
We'll put a picture up of him with the specs.
Yeah. Iconic footballer. I didn't play with him or against him though. So you go, I think up front, let's go Kluivert, and then it's between Morientes and Trezeguet. And I'm going to say Morientes.
That's a strong 50-50.
Do you remember all these players? These before your era?
They're before my era,
Yeah.
but I have very autistic football knowledge, or I've
you
looked
know
back
about
on a lot
these
of it. Yeah.
I said this to Chris MD before, like, my football knowledge, I've watched way more FIFA videos than I have football. So, like, most of my knowledge is from, like, FIFA 15.
But a lot of them are legends in FIFA though, so you might have secondary knowledge.
Yeah.
Morientes was like Real Madrid, then he went to Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool. Kluivert did a bit of Newcastle, but it was mainly like Barcelona. and all that.
Trezeguet, he won the World Cup for France, didn't he?
Scored the first ever Golden Boot winner in the Euros in the Euro 2000. And then, he played for Juve mainly, a few other teams. And you got obviously Bobby Perez, Arsenal, JJ Kocher, Bolton. That was a weird Bolton to be.
PSG played in the same PSG team as fucking Arteta.
Yeah.
Gabriel Heinz, Ronaldinho.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Random team.
This team, I can't get across how much better it is than I thought it was going to be. I thought like Theo Baker might crack this team.
You can do a YouTube 11. There's some good YouTubers,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I've been very lucky, mate. I'm nowhere near that, even Theo Baker on ability. So I got to do that. It's crazy. I really did have a little period of probably 4 or 5 years, because some of those games, like the PLO games, like 10 years ago now. Well, not quite. It wasn't 10.
It was okay.
It was the day after the Liverpool Tottenham Champions League final on the pitch. So Atletico Madrid's ground.
Fuck.
So what's that? 2019 or something?
I think it was 2019.
2019. Yeah, I was doing my mocks. Yeah,
Wow.
I remember it well.
Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
And who on the right then? You've got
Did I
Trezeguet.
not have 5 in the middle? No, I didn't, did I? No, I did. I put Bobby Perez on the right.
Oh fuck yeah!
Go Perez and Okocha on the wing backs.
Yeah, decent team.
It's a good
Have you ever
sign.
played with Henri? He seems to be in a lot of the charity matches.
I mentioned him in that video actually, because I was on his team for something called Sky
that was a
Sports
match for
Day.
Hope he played in, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't play with him in that, but I was on his team for like a Sky Sports Day. It wasn't a football match, but I have done something with him. But he would obviously be in it if I played with him.
Yeah, fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
I think that probably beats YouTube All Stars and Sidemen FC, that team. Arguably.
Yeah, I think if they played both of those teams at the same time.
The mad thing is, I'm probably forgetting some. I played against Mendieta. Do you remember him? Mendieta was a quality centre midfielder from Spain. I played against that era of players. Heskey.
Did you ever feel like?
What a player.
Did you ever feel like they were all thinking, "Look at these dicks try hard," and like the same way I saw footage of Man City fan camps compared to Southampton ones, and the Man City fans, someone with a Cockney accent, by the way, being like, "Oh, this is their Champions League final, though." Do you think they had the same opinion of you lads that probably thought?
Yeah, I mean, I literally used that. So one of the reasons in that video I said Carragher was the best in terms of how much he tried. So he got mugged off at clothesline in Joe Weller, but for me that's like he wanted to win a YouTube charity.
Yeah,
game.
but I just don't think you should be studs up in charity matches. Like,
Yeah, you probably shouldn't. But it helped us win. So when I was in the changing room, I literally said that in my speech to those boys. I was like, "Look, you can just not try, and it would be one of these other charity games you do. And I don't expect, even with 20, 30,000 people in the crowd, it's still nothing for them, right?"
Yeah.
I was like, what I need you to understand is, so I went to like some of these boys, Perez, I think, won a World Cup. Certainly been in and around, obviously, Invincible, Carragher, Champions League. And stuff. So you've had your moment. I was like, what you need to understand is this is our Champions League final tonight. Like, it will never get better than this moment for me. So that doesn't have to mean anything to you. But I know that if you give me that extra 5%, you're talking about making a life memory for like 15 people in the change room.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's up to you boys if you want to help us do that or not. And they were all only contracted to play half a game.
you know what this sounds like? A power poem.
It should have been. It might have rhymed. Yeah.
So they were meant to only play 45?
Yeah, and at half time I was like, "Jamie, can we get any more out of you?" He's like, "I'll play the 90, mate." And I was like, "That's my guy."
That's what you want to hear.
And then the other boys played more because they were inspired by
Led by
Jamie. So
example.
for me, that's amazing.
Yeah, you can't fault that, to be fair. Fair play to them.
Fantastic team. Now we're going to move on from the sport to more sport. This is Gamey Schumer. As always, we'll bring back a classic, one of the best performing segments on TikTok all the time. Absolute clip farming. This is more footballers who don't look like footballers. Fire away, Spencer. You got any?
I've got a great one for you that you won't know without Googling. You'll know the man, but you won't know the image I'm referring to. But you have to incorporate it in this.
Yeah.
Before I go on, I have to caveat this and say this person is one of my favourite people and I love him.
It's not just like your friend from the pub.
No.
It's not man's dog.
No, don't take this as an insult, is what I'm saying, because I love this man, but I can't get away from the truth. And this is, you need to look at a picture of David Moyes when he was a young footballer. It's not only a bad impersonation of a footballer, it's a bad impersonation of a human. He looks like one of the Space Jam aliens who's pretending to be a footballer. You need to. Not many people have a glow up from their mid-20s as an athlete and look better at 63.
Yeah.
David Moyes is that. You won't. Oh, trust me. You
I
need to
know
look at this
the photo.
picture. You won't believe when
Does
you
he
see
look
it.
like a young? Does he look like E.T.?
I need to show you. Pretty much. No, literally. I love
remember
you,
seeing
David,
that.
but
Oh, that's
he's
bad.
I'm going to show you right now because I can't do it justice without showing you this. But yeah.
The photo that I think you're referring to, it looks like if Ricky Gervais was, who do you call the old fucking singer?
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
That's the one you think of,
That's
yeah.
so much. He does look like
Yeah.
a fucking space raider.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not right, David. But he won the Conference
Yeah.
League. So.
That is so much worse. Than
What I was thinking was if Ricky Gervais was David Bowie.
Yeah. I see it. But listen, it's a great footballer, great manager. So
Yeah.
you can't have
Yeah,
it
yeah.
at
That is,
all, can
I'll
you?
put that photo on the
But
screen.
I'm not sure if that's a footballer who doesn't look like a footballer or this is an ugly picture of David Moyes. Like,
No, but like you don't see. I don't think you get like with the nicest way possible. That is a man who rolled out of bed and made zero effort in terms of his appearance.
Yeah.
Right? He's not combed his hair. He's not done anything. Right?
He looks like a
You-
fucking
I just-
stunt double for Pennywise.
You just,
yeah, he does look like Pennywise actually.
you just don't see that in modern football, do you?
Yeah, nah.
No.
Not really these days.
Aidan?
My first one is PSG's current keeper. His name is Matvey Safonov. I'll show you a photo, Rufus, because you definitely don't know who he is, but you
not.
familiar?
Yeah, I am now.
Yeah, hello.
I think he looks like the fully grown version of Cal the Dragon.
Like, yeah, I know what you mean.
His better brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
yeah.
think he looks a bit like one of those Don't Stop Oil protesters.
Yeah, I could.
Essentially, he's
Just
got
up,
long hair, so he must be a hippie. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And he's also really into grinding and like sticking his toes into muck.
Yeah, right. He's a banner waver, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%.
He's a protest legend.
But mainly just like the fully grown adult version of Cal.
Yeah. My first one, you guys will like this. Luis Figo. He looks like a Roman general, don't you think? He's got a chiseled,
Yeah.
good looks,
I'm
big
pretty
Roman
sure
nose.
there was a Pepsi ad where he was
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah.
full
That's
gear.
probably
Really?
I subconsciously influenced you on that.
I think he
Yeah.
looks like handsome Squidward.
He does a bit.
Yeah.
that was a hell of a player. And also, have you seen a documentary about Figo on Netflix? Great documentary because he went from
Milan
Barca to Real
sides.
Madrid.
Yeah,
well.
they threw a pig's head at him.
He did. He went for, was it Inter Milan?
Into
and AC
an-
Milan
Ronaldo
too?
did that as well. The old
Yeah,
Ronaldo.
just
Yeah.
two absolute Judases in the eyes of their fans.
Yeah.
Next one, Spencer.
So this person, me and him share a similar ailment, which is that we go to the gym and we just get way too big, and that's me and Adama Traore, right?
Okay,
Right,
yeah.
I've always thought you were like the white Adama Traore.
Yeah, that's what most people tell me.
Same build.
Exactly
Yeah.
same build, same sort of pace. But yeah, I mean, you've never seen a footballer that looks like him. I don't think. Like he should be a bouncer outside a club.
Yeah.
He should
He's
be
just massive.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even optimal for football. I don't think. I know he's quick, but I don't
No, he
think
should be
being that
playing
big is
rugby,
good.
really.
He's got the worst end product of any Premier League footballer I've ever
Unfortunately,
seen.
I think if he loses a couple of stone, he gets better.
Probably.
Yeah, get him on the jabs.
Yeah.
Was there not? Who was it trying to stop him from going to the gym?
No, yeah,
Was it
well,
Nuno?
they've made jokes about that at West Ham because he's at West Ham now.
Yeah.
But you've seen how he like puts baby oil on himself before he plays. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
He must be putting that-
What,
himself up.
Well, like did he?
Yeah.
Like, well, he did.
It
He
is
can't-
every game at fucking West Ham's a Diddy party.
he diddies himself up.
He oils himself up so that when players try, because he's so quick, when they try and hold on to him, he slips off.
He must be oiling up his boots as well.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about marginal gains.
Yeah. It's a slippery ball. Yeah.
You wonder where he's fucking shanking every shot he takes. My next one was Hector Bellerin, specifically
Oh,
like 2026 version.
Is that he looks like a poodle these days?
He does a bit. To me, he just looks like the ultimate performative male.
Oh yeah, he looks
Who,
like a
like,
hackney man.
He does.
He is a Hackney man, though, isn't he? That's the thing. He is literally.
Yeah.
Have you heard him speak? He's like the most English
Oh, he's
Spanish
got the
person of all
most.
time.
Yeah, I think he looks like he's joined a run club. He spends like £8 on really tiny flat whites. He walks around with like the fucking
He
the
might-
Sally Rooney book in the back pocket of
The thing
his
is, he
jeans.
actually does do these things. If you, you're
This is who he
actually
is.
completely right about him.
Really?
He
So-
invested into Forest Green Rovers.
Imagine trying to keep up with him on a park run. This guy's rapid.
I just know him from playing at Arsenal and winning like the Copa del Rey with Betis. But this is actually who he
No, he
is.
is. He's like a proper hipster footballer. He invested in a football team called Forest Green Rovers, which is like the vegan club.
Oh yeah, I remember that actually.
I actually interviewed him. He's one of the nicest footballers I've ever interviewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good lad, but he's very much like Shoreditch.com.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to have an away day at the vegan club because the match tea would be diabolical.
It probably would be.
yeah.
I also imagine that he like independently celebrates International Women's Day without having to be like pushed towards it. And he
Right.
knows every phase of the menstrual cycle.
Yes, yeah. Next one. I've got David Villa.
Okay.
Right, prime David Villa is boy band material. What a pretty boy he was. He's got the thing as well. I'm not sure if this is probably not in your generation, but that guy belongs in Big Time Rush, bro.
Is it the soul patch thing he's got going?
He's
That's doing that for you?
he's just such a boy band guy, isn't he? Don't you think? He looks like he should be singing his heart out on the X
You know
Factor.
what gives me the same vibes as that is Mudrick. You know, the blonde hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Before he shaved it, when he had the long hair, he looks like my generation was Backstreet Boys.
Yes,
Nick
yeah,
Carter.
yeah.
Like, very
What's that
similar.
guy's name? Lance Ass or something.
No idea.
I think his name is Lance Ass, like Ass from Backstreet Boys. Or is that NSYNC?
It could be NSYNC, I don't know.
Absolutely no fucking notion.
No idea. Spence?
Maybe like Crisscross or something. One of those groups.
Yeah. There's a lot of footballers in that category.
Blazing Squad. You could,
Good band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good band. You've obviously gone on the sort of long hair vibe. Baby footballers don't have typically a lot of hair. I'm going to go in similar vibe, and I'm going to say, I don't know if you've discussed it before, but Cucurella. I don't know if you've ever
He's
seen
never
it.
actually come up.
You've never seen a less looking footballer than him, surely.
Yeah.
He should be in circus. He should be in sideshow Bob. Like great left back. You can't deny it. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's so atypical for a footballer.
Yeah.
I'm all for atypical, by the way.
yeah.
He looks like someone that washes the dishes in a Michelin star restaurant.
yeah,
With a
sort of.
hairnet on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
fucking does.
I don't know. He strikes me as like a sort of amateur contortionist. I see the circus thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him up on the trapeze. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah.
Or like a pickpocket.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Yeah. Barcelona-based pickpocket,
Yeah.
stealing foreigners' wallets since 2012. Yeah.
My last one, I think, is mainly just because he's such an ordinary looking man, but I think Harry Kane sort of looks like an estate agent.
I think that's an awful shout. I think he looks exactly like a footballer. It's like
I
when
don't
I
think
said,
so.
it's like when I said Bernardo Silva and I got fucking roasted.
But Bernardo Silva does look like a footballer, but he also looks like he works in like a kebab shop. It depends on the example
I just
you
think
use.
that's not
I
accurate.
think
at
if
all.
you turn up for a house viewing and Harry Kane's there with a clipboard, you're not batting an eye.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
I'd say a similar one to him. This will not be familiar with most of your audience. There's a guy called John Parkin, who is a proper old school striker. Big lad. He looks like he would be coming
Yeah.
to your house to do some construction.
Right.
And you trust him. You trust him.
Yeah, like Gary Taylor Fletcher. He's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
a fucking
yeah.
bricklayer.
Yeah.
But as well as you were saying about footballers that don't really follow the mould of, surely 90% of players in Harry Kane's position when they're earning that amount of money is going straight to Turkey.
No, it should be speech therapy is what he needs to.
He has had it, to be fair. He's got a lot better. If you compare his interviews from 10 years ago, mate, he's definitely got better.
Fair enough. He also looks like he could be a stunt double for Ryan Gosling.
Isn't it interesting how literally good Kane is? Like,
Yeah.
objectively good. I feel like everyone will go, oh, Rooney was better on this stuff. This guy's literally about to he's scoring more goals than anyone in this. Like, maybe
I
ever.
will say that he may have the worst eye test for a footballer who's that good
Yeah.
ever. Like he looks dog shit at football.
I completely disagree.
When he's running around,
See, whenever he drops into midfield,
have you ever watched him play for England? He looks terrible and then he scores a goal. That's how it
He
goes.
frustrates people, doesn't he? Because he drops deep and all this sort of thing, and he's not particularly quick. You wouldn't like boil down what he's world class at. He's just very, very good at everything.
Everything, yeah. He's a
And
bit like
he
Rooney
just
in that
scores
way.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rooney had that like almost so unusual looking, like he
Yeah.
started losing his hair young, and he's a bit of a bigger lad, and you're like, you want him to do well. I feel like people don't want Harry Kane to do well.
I feel like if he had a left Spurs maybe a year or two earlier, he
Yeah.
probably would have won a Ballon d'Or.
Maybe it could still this year if England win the World Cup.
That's
then
true, yeah. It's possible.
Let's get it done.
My last one of the segment. Michael Ballack looks like a Neanderthal. He looks like a sort of prehistoric human.
Yeah.
He's like a Homo erectus.
He looks
You know.
like the after photo of your progress pictures.
Someone else told me I look like Michael Ballack the other day.
Mate, take it.
Mate, he looks like Minecraft Steve.
Handsome guy.
Good player.
I think he had maybe one of the worst years in football history. Was it 2002?
He can't be worse than Marcus Alonso's 2013 or whatever that was.
Yeah, that's arguably worse. But it was like 2002 or 3 or something like that. He lost the Bundesliga in the final day of the season. I think he lost the Champions League final with Bayer Leverkusen. And then maybe Germany got fucked out of some tournament as well.
2002. What was that? That was the Germany World Cup, wasn't it? And that was 2006. Germany won it in 2002.
Was it?
Yeah. I think
Maybe
they
it was
did.
the year
Maybe
after
Brazil in
then.
the final.
I know he had some really bad season.
No,
Well, a great season that just
Brazil
ended
won
horribly.
it.
No, Brazil won it in. Brazil beat Germany in the final. That's what it was.
That's what it was then.
Yeah. You're right.
All right, let's move on to our final segment of the day. This is Questionable, our audience interaction segment. This week, we asked you if you could introduce a new rule to any sport, what would you do and what would you pick? And these are your best answers. Let's get into it. Instead of firing a blank round to signal the beginning of a race, the bloke gets one real bullet and can maim one of the athletes at his own discretion. If you've held the 100-metre sprint record for 2 years, not anymore, you knobhead.
But they might be quick enough to evade it.
Right,
That's true.
I don't think you can run around bullets.
Oh, have you seen these guys? It adds an element of jeopardy to the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'd be much more likely to tune into it if that was a part of it.
Not that I'm for this, but if there was to be firing squads, this would be how you should do it for entertainment purposes.
You actually sound a lot like Trump right now.
Don't stand them on a wall, make them run, and then give them a chance of getting away.
Yeah.
If you get away, you get away.
But I think firing squads are the other way around. I don't think firing squads are one person shooting at 8 people at the same time. I think
It should be, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should get 8 criminals.
You go, look, it's like what's it called? That game you play?
Russian roulette?
Russian roulette. It's like, look, there's a chance for you here. Don't give up. There's a chance.
Yeah.
I think add a little bit of gamification
I
to
like
it.
that.
That's all we're asking for.
The thing
Your
I don't
capital
like about
punishment.
firing squad punishments is that only one person has the bullet, but no one knows who has it. Isn't that the thing?
Yes, you don't know because if you killed the person.
You see, if I'm the person tied up waiting to be shot, I want a fucking spectacle. I want people to be doing like trick shots. That's the last thing you're ever going to see.
Well,
Someone jumping off a ladder doing a fucking 180.
People's bit of finesse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You may as well.
Next one. I would change the no tickling rule in UFC. I reckon I could tickle and wet willy my way to a world title.
Is that a rule? You can't take
It is, yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's
I didn't know that
mental.
either.
Well, you can take a punch to the face, but you can't take a tickle.
You think if someone's in the middle of like, you're in an arm bar and you start tickling someone's foot, you're getting out of it?
But I'm not worried about the tickle if I'm in an armbar.
No, the other person. If you're in an arm bar or something, then you've got a free hand and you're completely locked in, but you can just about manage to
I'm
tickle
all
someone.
for that. That should be part of the game.
Fuck that.
Get yourself out of it, mate. Whatever means necessary.
I agree with this. Or, can you titty twist currently in the UFC?
I'm not sure.
Can I grab both my opponent's nipples and twist them at the same time?
They're not a fan of the like 12 to 6 elbows, but titty twists might be fine.
Because I could titty twist or grab my opponent's balls and just twist them 180. That's got to be illegal.
I would imagine so, yeah.
Or
Might sort of edge towards a low
Bring
blow.
a feather into the ring and lightly tickle the soles of my opponent.
This is getting really horny now. You're bringing a fucking gimp mask.
Next one. I would add a school zone to every F1 track.
That's fucking great.
It has a zebra crossing with real children going across it. Sometimes, if you're really unlucky, you get an entire school trip group going. Yeah, that would be unfortunate if maybe you're slipstreaming another car, can't quite see in front, and just sort of a bloody smear on the track where you've just murked a child.
I wasn't sure if we're suggesting they have to stop for it or not. Or
Well,
is it just a case
there's
of-
no suggestion. It just says.
I think
that-
it's a surprise.
Yeah.
I think it's up to you whether you stop for it or not.
Yeah, big
It's a
moment.
bad day to be like a lollipop woman.
Oh, awful.
Yeah, and you'd have to ask serious questions about the placement of the school from whoever did that.
Yeah,
And there's
yeah.
a parent's choice to send their kids to that school as well.
Yeah,
There's
that's a
other
great
schools
point.
available.
Yeah. And there is a speed limit of 20 miles an hour in the school zone, but that's not a legal rule. That's a suggestion.
Optional.
Yeah. Next one. I would add a rule to boxing that there is a bonus round where they have to finish a full tray of sushi with chopsticks while still wearing the gloves. The first to finish gets a free ball flick on the other bloke. The downside is he's now fighting with a full stomach of sushi, and the sushi is sourced from the streets of Mumbai.
So someone shitting themselves.
the fuck is any of that? Like,
Very specific. So give the people what they want. Yeah, boxing needs some sort of injection of.
you know,
entertainment.
I went to Cairo about a month ago. They have street.
And the whole economy collapsed, I heard.
Yes, and yeah, bring back the Mansa Musa legacy, and they have street sushi there. But sushi is not traditionally an Egyptian dish. I don't know if you knew that, but
No, yeah.
if you go to Egyptian restaurants, usually you can't get a nigiri. And if you could, I'd be suspicious.
I think getting a fucking gut punch or a liver punch with a belly full of sushi, it's only ended one way.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you do get a free ball flick. It's a very bad reward.
Is the
for-
ball flip with gloves on? Or
I
without
guess so.
gloves on?
It's a
'Cause I
I
thought-
terrible-
think you get to nominate someone from your corner to do it.
It's a terrible reward for downing a whole sushi meal.
I think I'd just leave the sushi and take the ball slap. And try
Yeah,
and
yeah.
psych
Give me the
myself
ball.
up.
Give me the ball
I think it
slap.
opens up boxing to a whole new, type of athlete.
Yeah.
Get to that end round and then show us what you can really do.
Next one. Every time a bowler bowls out a batsman in cricket, he has to complete a jigsaw puzzle in 20 minutes to secure the wicket.
That's the last thing cricket needs.
Yeah, it's
Let's make it slower.
Yeah, yeah. Jigsaws. Also, like 20 minutes for a jigsaw. How big's the jigsaw?
Yeah.
If it's 5,000 pieces, that's going to be tough.
20
Pretty
minutes
impressive.
for any jigsaw is a challenge, I think. It's like one of those kids' 8-piecer.
Do you sometimes I do this when I go around to my little cousin's house and they have all their toys out and stuff. Sometimes I just absolutely smash one of those jigsaws to remind myself I still got it.
Dominate.
Yeah. I just get those little shitty little kids' toys out and just absolutely smash them in a minute. Have some of that, you little prick. And like my cousin's watching me do it, and he's like, wow, he must think I'm a
Rain Man.
genius.
He's like, I want to be like him.
Yeah, I fully Rain Manned him. Yeah, I do go around and just sort of like dick swinging. If you know
Little
what I
do
mean.
they know.
You should probably do
Yeah.
less dick swinging around your cousins.
Metaphorical dick swinging.
Of course. Yeah, little do they know, being an adult man going around and dominating kids' puzzles is the last thing you want to be. But they don't know that yet.
Mate, wait until they turn 6 years old and I buy them Trivial Pursuit. Have some of that, you little fuck. You don't know anything. Sorry. You don't know anything about anything, mate. Yeah.
They don't know they're born.
Yeah. Next one. I would remove the lane ropes from swimming. That would be carnage. Great shout. Brilliant shout.
That would be carnage if you did it in any sort of leisure centre, let alone in an actual.
Yeah. Because like
race.
you know that granny lane where they're all doing backstroke.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to cause a little disturbance in there. That's where I'll have my wee.
It's a little disturbance.
Yeah, just a bit of carnage. I'll go in there.
Just drop a log in the deep
Yeah.
end.
No, I don't log it up because then it can easily be traced back to the source. But the
I would argue a fucking trail of yellow liquid following you around would be pretty easy to
Well,
target.
isn't there
with.
some pools that do that thing where it goes like a different colour, right? It goes like
Yeah,
dark
yeah.
blue, and you're like, shit.
my mate, he used to do competitive swimming, and his tactic before every race, like that everyone stood up on the side, he'd deliberately false start and then swim extremely slowly across everyone's lane, come out of the pool, walk around, and as he was walking behind people, he would go, "I pissed in your lane."
And would he win?
I don't know. I mean, he's not Michael Phelps. So, yeah, he's Michael Phelps. Next one. I would change the rules of ski jumping. The night before the main event, all contestants are placed in a zoo. Each contestant has to select a pair of animals for the next day. You have to go down the ramp with 1 foot strapped to each animal. Whoever makes it the furthest wins. What animal are you taking? Surely a penguin strapped to each foot is a elite play.
This is like extreme, like Noah's Ark 2.0.
Yeah.
Pick two
Or
animals.
you can pick 2 different animals if you want.
And
Like a sort of elephant.
so you want to keep that frictionless ride down the ski.
Yeah, I
jump,
don't think you want to pick like a hippo and an
No.
ant.
Any animal. You maybe something like a overturned turtle. So you've got the
Yeah, it slides nicely, doesn't
slide,
it?
you know.
Yeah, you
That's
could
a bit like
of
bowling.
shamed it.
Yeah,
You could actually get rid of the skis. You
put your feet in there.
to
I think there are no skis.
Oh, there's no skis. Right,
There's no
okay,
skis.
definitely, I'm going turtle. I think. Would that slide nicely? Maybe you want something flatter.
Well, I think I might take seagull and hope it takes off. You know, if they
I
start,
think you get disqualified.
yeah, we'll say no birds.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe like some sort of sea creature.
Maybe like a
like
baby crocodile.
What's the most
dol-
aerodynamic animal? Is it
dolphin,
is it a
maybe.
snake?
A small dolphin would be
Full
perfect.
dolphin, upside down.
Yeah, 2 baby dolphins. That would be ideal.
Perfect.
Yeah, fantastic. Last point of the segment. I take the net away from the hammer throw, so if they misthrow it, it would absolutely wreck the freaks who go and watch that sport for fun.
We covered a story about that one time. Someone got killed by one of them.
Yeah, this is not unprecedented, But I think they had a net. It just wasn't high enough, and this guy was spinning around. He just threw it straight over the net, and it just sort of
Hit someone in the skull. And
perfect
dead.
parabola through the sky, and it just like dented someone's face.
What a way to go.
Yeah. That's got to be the worst sport of all time. Field events.
I mean, the Olympics in general are very like
I've never met anyone I was like, oh, what are you into? You sports guy? And they go, yeah, javelin. I love javelin. You
Not
can't
many people go into that as their first choice.
I wouldn't say so.
I just love high jump.
It's something you
I can't-
accidentally find out you're good at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
just can't get enough high jump, mate. Sorry, I can't come round this week. I'm watching the high jump.
I actually won my school high jump, so I think that's out of order.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look where I got you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a very good jumper.
Physical specimen.
14, year 9 high jump. You're welcome. And I was actually forced to do it against my will. It wasn't optional.
I think most things are like that. I was shaped into a county champion breaststroker. That is not a euphemism. I'm talking about swimming.
Yeah, of course.
Because my teacher forced me to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do swimming. I didn't want to wear the speedos.
I competed in the UK National Indoor Rowing Championships when I was 14.
Yeah.
Because of the same reason. We had a teacher.
Indoor rowing?
Yeah, like a row machine.
Oh, right.
It was like,
I was going to say, you're doing 50 metres?
yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's a pretty surreal thing. In the Birmingham NEC, you just got like however many 100 kids on a rowing machine all lined up next to each other. But our teacher is a big rower, created a rowing club. No one joined up. So then he started doing this thing where he'd go, right, detention or rowing, you decide. So a load of us joined the rowing club, and then we actually entered us in the. I think I came 36th in the UK.
That's like fucking Goodwill Hunting. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
What, like,
sort
as
of.
in, you didn't discover you were a rower?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Pushed by your
36 wasn't
teacher.
that good, by the way. There wasn't that many people taking part.
Right.
It's not like the whole country took part. There was like 50 kids there.
I took part in a south of England cross country race for like all the kids in the south of England. But they allocated the slots based on the schools, not how good you were.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was the best in my class of 20 people, so I got to go to the race. So technically, in year 5 or something, or year 6 or something, I was the 38th best cross country runner in the country.
Well, I'll take that, mate.
Out of 40th with 2 DNFs.
Yeah.
I came last in the race, but 38th on the scoreboard.
You got to be
Yeah.
in it, mate. Where's everyone else? They're not there, are they?
You got to be in it to win it. That's the moral of the show. Thank you so much for coming on, Spencer. It's been a wonderful chat with you.
My pleasure.
I didn't know you had such a range of conversational topics. I'm more in tune with you, sort of putting fairly average players into a FIFA team and making a 15-minute video out of it.
I know. Little do people know there's power poems coming out of every orifice.
Absolutely. Shitting out those power poems. But there's no tomorrow. Spencer, before we go, is there anything you want to promote? Feel free to look down your lens and tell the people about your things.
Okay, so my football team, #United, we just finished our season, but we're moving to a brand new ground, East London, right on the tube line. I think it's the nearest football ground to a tube station in the UK. On the Central Line, Barkingside's the name of the station. And yeah, next season we're going mad. So if anyone is in that part of the world, wants to come watch #United, I do recommend it. One of our home games next year should be a lot of fun.
So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Spotify, 5-star ratings. They help the algorithm. And of course, don't go changing. Back to you in your house.